don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking for a deep man. Brings it in down the left side. And he's running in the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
And I love the play call. Oftentimes offensively, you like to throw the football deep down in your own end and take shots because you're anticipating man coverage. So if you get a receiver that can get behind the defense, that has a chance to be a home run type play, and you saw it work out exactly that way right there.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They top things off by getting out of bad field position in a hurry. A 90-yard touchdown pass. All tied up, just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll run the option. Shakes off the defender. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. The hand to the running back. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete on the right side. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 10 over Colorado State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth,
and this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a spectacular offensive showcase so far, David.
This has been unbelievable. The fireworks has been amazing. This is modern offense now. Palmer, when you look at college football, there's a lot of scoring, and defenses hadn't had a lot of answers.
No, and this game's been a track meet, man. So if you're on offense right here, keep the pedal to the metal. Keep the tempo going. Stay aggressive.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown.
Well, had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
After the 1st down completion, it's 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Stoneburner. Gets it out quickly. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll give it to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Ball at the 31, third and short, coming defense trying to rise up. They'll try to get it through the air. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on 4th down and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Now the pitch. Ball is loose. And they put it on the deck, but it gets out of bounds to avoid the turnover. How about the shot of adrenaline and the increase in the pulse rate when you see that football squirt out like that and then it just rolls harmlessly out of bounds?
Did you see all those defenders? You see how quick they got their heads wrapped around? They were trying to find that ball on the ground. They had a lot of bodies running over, diving, trying to get on top of that football in bounds. I'll tell you, I love the effort. They're still trying to create takeaways. Man, they almost came out with a big one there.
These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fair catch called for and made. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. The give to the tailback. Puts him in the spin cycle. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Complete downfield. Can anyone catch him? Inside the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Really nice job working the crossing route there, and I love the separation at the top of the route. He put his foot in the ground, he used his speed, and that allowed him to make the catch and get a few more yards after the play.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Bulldozes him. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The option look. The pitch. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Offense facing 4th down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. They're throwing for it on 4th down. The completion well past the sticks. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
They go to the ground. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, you've given up this drive, and they've come down the field. You had such an opportunity to get the pick and close the door and shut down the drive and not give up points. That's a big missed opportunity for this defense.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. Makes a grab at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal.
I love the aggressive nature there by the offensive play caller, too. He's not just playing it safe, get a few yards, center the ball, help our field goal kicker out. He's trying to move the sticks through the passing attack. Quarterback makes a nice throw, and now it's 1st and goal.
The Tigers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He'll take it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. TCU is ahead right now, but it's not like they have LaDainian Tomlinson out there. This group needs to keep building on this lead. They're up by a field goal over Pittsburgh. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Stoneburner. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job of getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Power football with the run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Brown. And tackled there by the defense.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're trying to get to it. Quarterback all over the place trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And this will push the offense back as they mark it dead at the 10.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Still looking on the move. Going to try to get it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Georgia 42, LSU 24.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. The quick out. At the 40, there he goes. And he breaks into the open. The tag. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this will be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms, in all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
He's going to pass. He makes a catch. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down?
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes his connection.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and they force the incomplete.
They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
I tell you what, these are so frustrating, right? He drops back. It's a pass. He wants to throw the football. But when he starts scrambling, these are those chances where you get those chase down poke outs or hit the QB as hard as you can to try to force a fumble. You got to do something.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this is one of those where you go, oof, you start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable having the big lead to +2 possessions in the 4th quarter. But now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. They move the tight end all over. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll take another shot here. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
All right, so they fail on that 4th down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
Fires fires into the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bulldogs! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UNLV is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Kansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football-type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. On the move. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Tigers with the 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. What a snag by the defense. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The give to the back. Oh, just left him flailing. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
To the air, it's Stoneburner. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. And the Dogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Flips it out to the back. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. 3rd and goal coming up here. They want to just keep throwing it. Looking for the score. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team's doing a little running. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. He wants to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he got loose, it was all over.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To the ground with the back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Here's the handoff. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has been just boom in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower.